And when the sun rises, we are afraid. We might not remain. When the sun sets, we are afraid. It might not rise in the morning. When our stomachs are full, we are afraid of indigestion. When our stomachs are empty, we are afraid we may never eat again. When we are loved, we are afraid love will vanish. When we are alone, we are afraid love will never return. And when we speak, we are afraid our words will not be heard, nor welcome. But when we are silent, we are still afraid. So it's better to speak, remembering you were never meant to survive.
The reason why we are here at the British Museum in the Africa Gallery, particularly in the Benin Bronze section, is because of the unknown history of the Benin Bronzes. We are Afrodescendants and friends who want to call to the world's attention that the Benin Bronzes that you see surrounding you in this room were made with a currency called manillas that the Benin Kingdom was paid in exchange for our ancestors who were sold into the transatlantic slave trade. 50 of these manillas bought a woman, 57 bought a male. The Benin Kingdom would melt them down and cast them into the bronzes. My name is Deidre Farmer-Pellman. I'm Executive Director of the Restitution Study Group, a New York nonprofit organization that focuses on reparatory justice. Generally speaking, our work focuses on corporations complicit in slavery, but we also look at institutions and countries that played a significant role in slavery and the transatlantic slave trade. As the descendants of the people sold in exchange for these manillas, the people who paid for them with their lives, we are demanding that we have a say in what happens to these bronzes and that they should not be returned to the heirs of the slave traders, which are the royals from the Benin Kingdom. I want to introduce Jirah Joshua, who's an artist who has just completed a Benin Bronze Making Fellowship.
In this fellowship, the Restitution Study Group, I got to come into the British Museum and they took out the artifacts for me to study in a private study room. So I pulled a few different pieces like a MUDFISH stool, which was like a royal seat. And that was one of the main references for an art piece that I created in the fellowship. So during the fellowship, I actually made my own Benin bronze. And what I did was a modern interpretation, like kind of like incorporating my references, where I'm from, and tying it into the traditional figures. So on the piece that I made, there is a mudfish symbol, and the mudfish pretty much represents, in the Benin Kingdom, highly regarded spiritual figures. It's thought to be able to go from the spirit world and the physical world because a mudfish can survive out of water. So when most fish are removed from its habitat, they will die. But with a mudfish, it can bury itself in the mud and survive for long periods of time. And what I connected with my design and my concept was, if you look at the Afrodescendant, or the people who were taken from the Benin Kingdom or other places across West Africa, they were taken out of their environment and they managed to survive in a place where they were never meant to survive.
I want to present you with a pin in honor of your dedication to our ancestors. Thank you, Jirah.
When I made this stool, it references a royal seat. I'm reclaiming my royalty because I have access to being royal, I have access to being brilliant, I have access to being excellent. And I think this program has helped me in my journey to excellence.